Just visit the new CalgaryHerald.com with more of everything worth knowing.
You know, there's a lot of things that have changed in the last 10 years. It's been a very pivotal time really for the NHL, in some instances for professional sports, but we went through a very difficult period in Calgary. I don't think that's any secret. Probably the big turning point was the new collective bargaining agreement. We were in a situation that was very, very difficult to compete with major markets. We consider this one of the best markets in North America, really, in terms of fan appreciation, respect, understanding for the game. But it's very difficult when you have maybe a $20 or $30 million payroll up against an $80 or $90 million payroll. So one of the big shifts came from a new agreement that permitted us to be very, very competitive, and I think that's been self-evident. Other issues, of course, was really regaining some credibility when it came to our on-ice product, and that really came to us with Darryl when he came, and of course that glorious run to the Stanley Cup final in 2004 was very important, and I think there was really a reignition. We had a very good economy, we had a growing city. Many people in the city have come from different markets. We get a lot of people in our seats that are cheering for the opposition teams, but they're here and they really appreciate the game. So our corporate partners have enjoyed a couple of decades worth of good business. We now obviously face different economic circumstances, but we're much better equipped to face the kind of things that are coming at us now than we've ever been before.
As a result of the CBA?
As a result of a number of things, the kind of the reignition, the reigniting of our fans, the credibility that Darryl brought, the performance. We're the best team in the Northwest Division every year in terms of our playoff, getting into the playoffs and that type of thing. So it's a combination of factors, including the new CBA. And I think it works well for the players, and in any good partnership, I think it's important that the new deals work for both parties. So we really consider that to be important.
The business of sport in North America is changing as a result of the economic climate, but you sent out your renewals 2 months ago. Is the Calgary Flames brand, I don't like using the word recession-proof, but it gets...
Nothing is recession-proof. A person would be naive to think that we or anybody else in North America is going to be immune to the new economic realities, but we're in better shape to face that challenge than we've ever been. Our renewals are coming in ahead of last year. They're over 96% today. We've got playoff fever is already growing here, but we know that it's going to be a challenge for some of our fans, and we know that there's a little fraying on the edges in terms of our food and beverage a bit. Our corporate sponsors are being hit very hard, and some of them have come to us and said, you know, they'd like to cut back a bit. And they were with us when it was good, and we need to be with them when it's difficult. And it's part of our culture as well. So we will steel ourselves. We will be very committed. Our ownership group has been tremendously committed to the on-ice product, and that's really the best marketing there is in the whole wide world, is to have a good team. We have a tremendous core of players. We've got a solid management group led by Darryl, and a fan base that really refuses to let their belief in this team dim in any way, shape, or form. And you see that right now. We're slugging it out for first in our division, and our fans are right with us. It's a pretty good situation.
You can control what you can control, but you can't control things like an 80-cent dollar. Post CBA, are you better handled to
Of course we are, because we can be more competitive. Because when the dollar was in high 60s or low 70s in the past decade, we had a building that was half full. Now we get a dollar that's 74, 75 cents. Our building is full. We're better able to withstand it. We're better able to put that competitive team and make sure those seats are full, and make sure that our corporate sponsors are getting full value. So the dollar is very debilitating in terms of the fluctuations and the negative trend that it's been on, but we're stronger.
You're not as skate driven as some leagues, CFL for example, for your bottom line. But
well, our gate is far and away the largest percentage of our revenue. It's very, very important. It always will be. And it's also, of course, the bellwether. You need to be able to fill your building to to understand and have a waiting list to understand that your market appreciates and knows where you're at.
They seem to appreciate it right now.
They sure do.